Hi guys. All right, I am back. All right, it's right there. You got it. All right. I am back for the last live stream. All right. All right. All right. Let me find it here on this.
I think that would be a pretty good ship show at a convention if they want to have one. Yeah, there's no question it would be chaotic for the Democrat Party if, in fact, Biden would.
First person here is Coco. Kay's intentions towards me. Okay. What is going on with you, little miss? Little miss.
We're very concerned that Biden is unfit to be president. The mere fact that he can't even get sentences together, where you see the bad judgment, where when he starts.
If she's somebody from your past, she intends to come back. You got the Empress here, so you know how she feels about you when the Empress shows up. Love, money, abundance, prosperity. Be careful if you don't want children when the Empress shows up. It also looks like she's feeling very well balanced, and she's thinking about either your future or coming forward or putting the ball in motion coming up. All right. I have TV, Aries feelings towards me currently.
Work with the private sector to provide innovative solutions during this pandemic, and also focus on reopening the economy.
You may have a new beginning coming. You've got a new beginning here, and use your intuition. They think that you're smart, loving, well-grounded, intuitive, happy, attractive, hardworking, and charismatic. Martha, what's going on with the Gemini and the Aries?
Joe dealt with H1, according to him, it's actually H1N1 or Super Thursday. So I don't think it just stacks up to Donald Trump, who's going to best be able to transition the country.
They may be kind of having like a rocky road here. So it's like a betrayal may have recently happened, but then they may have gotten past it and feel like, okay, they put it in the past, life is moving forward. But then they have another little tower moment here, and there may be a third party involved with the Three of Cups in reverse. There may be some deceit around this relationship. I'm not 100% sure that these two people are on the same page. They may have a lot of trouble in this relationship, whether they realize it or not. I think I'm up to Joy. What are GB's intentions with me? He's a new guy I just started talking to, and the conversations are good, but I'd like to know where his head is at. He's a Pisces sun, and I'm a Gemini. Okay. Oh, here he is. He shows up right away. Well, look, he's not 100% sure. He's feeling prepared, right? He wants things to move forward. He sees a new beginning. He feels like he wants his life to change quickly, or he wants this relationship to move along. He's he wants to explore it, definitely. He's got enough interest. He wants to explore it. He's trying not to let his heart make all the decisions, because I think he's gotten burnt in the past. But he's looking to see if things can take off. I think he seems like a good guy. He doesn't seem like he's, screwing around. Okay, Ashley. Yes, everyone can ask a question. The questions are free, one per person. Super chats of at least $1.99, skip the line, or PayPal people, skip the line. Otherwise, I try to answer the questions in order. Martha, what's the Gemini thinking about me? Oh, he thinks that you're very successful. He thinks that you're abundant. He thinks that you're attractive, kind, He thinks that you guys have good conversations. I don't know how often you talk. Good conversations, meaningful conversations, something like that. Attractive comes up again. A spiritual or intuitive. Well-grounded, successful comes up again. Nurturing, caring, loving, kind, and peaceful. Georgia, is RS moving towards asking me for a committed relationship? I'm only getting a 33% chance at this point he's looking for a committed relationship. It may take a little bit more time. Miriam, when do you see me getting another job? Let's see. Could be in July. Job opportunity comes in July. Ashley, will my teaching abroad renewal application be approved? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can have it approved. Yep. Mama, will the Sag reach out? And what does he want to tell me currently? Okay. He's going to reach out. He's going to tell, he may tell you that he's, going through a moment right now where he wants a little bit of freedom. He's got the Fool here. He may have, Sagittarius is like that to begin with. He may have a couple of things he wants to try or places he wants to go. He's got happiness around him. He wants to be happy. He's feeling prepared to take chances. He feels like, you're going to hear from him. Actually, I think you're going to have a couple of conversations with him. Stephanie, still no contact. I'm surprised at this. Damn it. See, he still has this attitude as if things are going to work themselves out. Judgment is here. He feels like, no big deal, it's going to work itself out. 2 of Cups, reconnection, justice being on his side. I think he thinks he's going to talk his way out of it. Why he hasn't called yet, I don't get. It's almost as if he feels like by not saying anything, he can't fuck things up even more. I think that he better do something because you're going to lose patience with him. It's going to cause a slowdown for him. The thing is that you've got happiness around the situation. So, he's going to try to get away with it. He may give you a little bit of time. I thought that you would have heard from him by now. But he may give you a little bit of time, but he's going to try to call you and work this out. I'm telling you that this... And I can't imagine what he's going to say to get himself out of this. Or why he did it in the first place doesn't make any sense to me either. But he's going to try to work this out with you. I'm surprised that you haven't heard from him yet. Really. I thought he would want to have this cleared up before you go back to work Tuesday. Stephanie, what's going on with him and E? Are they still in contact? Okay.
York Times article. I said, yeah, we're getting blown up here 24/7. The New York Times article about constant contact with Russia. And he said, well, I just want you to know that that article is total BS. And he's, of course,
They are still in contact, but it doesn't, I mean, temperance is in reverse. Things are out of balance, things are sort of upside down. She may be trying to, you know, keep her hooks in him. I don't know that it's going to work for her. It may not be, I don't think it's worked so far. It seems like she doesn't let him go for too long. She keeps coming back. I don't know what she plans on doing. I mean, didn't he ask her to move out? She's moved out and yet she's still trying. I don't know what her deal is, but they are still in contact, yeah. I don't think that she lets him go more than a couple of days without trying to get him on the phone or text him or something. She puts in a lot of effort. Was he going to ask me to go over when he called me yesterday before I confronted him? Let me see. Yeah, I think he probably, yeah. Yeah. But how he thought he was going to get away with that stunt on Saturday night and why he pulled it in the first place, I don't get. Oh, here. Finish that. Got a little sip left. Got a little sip, Bubby. Stephanie, how is T going to feel when he sees June, co-worker, working on my floor? Will he get jealous? They don't like each other, and June likes me and approaches me all the time. You know, I think that he knows that you don't really like this guy. I don't think that he's too jealous because I think he's pretty sure that you would never give him the time of day or you're not into him. I don't see jealousy coming up around him. But I do think that he's going to have to do some serious explaining. Otherwise, you're going to get sick of this guy and you're going to walk away from him and he's going to be sorry. He's going to be sorry. Anna, what is Jay doing about getting another phone and talking to me? You know what? He's thinking about getting another phone. He feels like he's got choices. I don't think he's gotten one yet. But you have air communication coming. So you could get some kind of a message from him. There could be something, an email, a text message of something may come. I don't know that he's got a phone yet. He may put that off until he gets home. I wonder if he has any idea when he's coming home for good. He may be putting it off for that reason if it's not that far off. Priscilla, why is the Capricorn being sneaky when I know? Why is Capricorn? The Capricorn is anxious about something. Anxiety around him. They're also very slow and steady. That's normal of Capricorn. And they have happiness around the situation. So why are they being sneaky? The whole situation makes them incredibly nervous. I don't know what the situation is, but they've got anxiety about it.
In managing diabetes, you can't always stop for when you're sick. With the Freestyle Libre 14-day system, a continuous glucose monitor, you don't have to. With a painless one,
Butterfly A, general reading. You're going to have a lot of choices coming up. You've got choices. If you're not with anybody romantic-wise, you've got a Pisces coming in. You also have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You've got magic around you. You have a small vacation or weekend getaway coming up at some point, probably before the summer, and you have a large sum of money coming in. Not bad. Angel, when will David talk to me? Could be within the next 3 weeks. Brittany, general. Financial stability is coming in. You have a wish around money. You're also leaving past regrets and hurts and wounds in the past and moving forward. A new offering of love comes in, or a current relationship rekindles. You may have some decisions to make with money, around money, or at work. There's also somebody from your past coming back. It could just be an old friend, maybe an Aries, but it's somebody who you would be happy to hear from. Julie, I'm sure that you did fine on that test. I'm sure you did. Rosie, general. You've got success around you. You also, out of the blue, have a love relationship coming in. Soulmate connection. You have some fun, carefree, spontaneous times. Look out for arguments. You're going to be arguing with somebody coming up. And you may be receiving an offer, or somebody may be in front of you that you is interested in you, and you just have not taken notice to them yet. Anna, what is Jay doing? Oh, I did that one. Oh, I did that one. Anna Victoria, okay. Is, oh, the Gemini overwhelmed because I'm starting to be more interested in his things. I don't want him to think he have me in just trying to be more open. Is, oh, the Gemini overwhelmed? No, it doesn't come up overwhelmed. No, I think that you're okay. Whatever you're doing fine. Stephanie, was the song you posted on IG and Facebook about me or E? Was it about me? %33% chance it was for you. Was it for E? I'm only getting a 33% chance it was for her. I don't, 33% chance for either one of you. I don't think it was for anybody. I think he just put the song up. 33 is kind of low. Anna, why is he making me wait so long for him to get a phone? He's not looking at it like he's making you wait. He's just not in any hurry. He doesn't feel like he's in a hurry to get a phone. He feels like, I don't know if he has a lot of time to use the phone. So I think it may be something like he doesn't want to pay for it. He's got the 7 of Cups, which is like he feels like he's got choices around communication. It's not necessary for him to have a phone right now. He's also feeling very weak. I don't think that he wants to take, he's undecided about, I don't think he wants to take on another bill right now when he doesn't think it's necessary. I think he feels like he can live without it for right now. Ariane, anything about my current job? Your current job should be a little bit more stable and things could be moving along pretty quickly. I don't know if you're like on lockdown and not able to physically go there, but once things go back to normal, things move forward. You have a wish around the situation, and you also have the Lover's card here, which can mean that this job you may be at for a while, or a job like this. Like even if you were to change jobs, you may stay in the same field. You also may come up with an idea for a business with the Page of Pentacles that brings in a lot of money in the future. And you may start it as a side business, and then it may take off, and you may be making, you know, it may be substantial. You might start slow though. I think your current job, if you go back to it, I don't know if you're home or not. Either way, I think you go back to it and things are busy and things are okay for a while. I think there's a chance that you start your own business, side business, or you do something else in addition to working for someone else. I don't really get the idea that working for somebody else is for your highest good. I think you would do really well working for yourself. What, you need more? You need more? You want a refill? I got some ready. And I need to get a cup of coffee. I need a little juice. All right, I got another one. Here you go. Hold on to that, lady. All right, good girl. And Dylan, you comfortable? This guy cutting wood. Cutting wood. Anna, weak like he is sick? Or no. He's like feeling like emotionally weak. Like just feeling like he's not putting in any energy in his life. Like he's got happiness around him, but it's delayed. So he makes matters worse for himself by not doing the right thing. He's his own worst enemy. See, here he is. He's lazy. He's lazy. He's not putting in enough work. It makes matters worse for him. He's got the 10 of Cups and the Sun both in reverse. He's not sick. No, I don't think he's sick. Julie, when will I get a job and what type of place? At the beginning of the summer. I don't know what kind of work you do, so I can't tell you what kind of place. I mean, I could tell you if it's a good fit. I could tell you if you're going to like it there, but I can't tell you what kind of job it is. But it's going to be something that this is either taking a course for the new job. It could be being an apprentice, learning a new skill, but this would be doing something that earns you a lot more money in the near future. It's a job that would make you feel well balanced. You would get along really well with your coworkers. You would enjoy working there and your cup would be full. And you may feel like it was something that's meant to be. Now, let me just add this in. Doesn't mean you're going to be there forever. You know, you may get a job and it may be okay. You may like it for a while and then eventually change. When I worked for A&P for like 70,000 years. When I got my full-time job and I was still working for A&P, working full-time in an office for like the first, I'm going to say it was all right. The first 3 months, I really enjoyed it because I felt like I could get dressed up. I could go to work. I could, you couldn't you can't get dressed up to go to work in a grocery store because it's just not, It's not the right place. I felt like, oh, I could talk on the phone, I could drink coffee, I could do whatever, you know, like it was just, you have freedom that you don't have when you're in a grocery store because you're constantly waiting on someone or helping somebody. So I really felt like that job when I first got it was like for me. I, at that point, thought that I was going to go back to school to become a CPA. Okay, so it really aligned with me for a little while, but then after not too long, I was like, this shit isn't for me. But so what I'm saying is you may really feel like you fit in well and work there for a while, and then at some point you may decide this isn't for me. I'm going to move on to something else and try something different. So I'm not saying you're going to be there forever, but you may really kind of gel at the place when you first get it. Well, Anna, you know what? The nursing thing, I got to tell you. First of all, it made me incredibly nervous because I didn't know she was getting any milk. When I came home from the hospital with her, she was like borderline jaundice. So I started giving her formula. And since then, I pump and I don't get a lot of milk. So I've spoken to like lactation nurses or whatever they're called, and they tell me to pump more. So I'm pumping more, but I still don't get a lot. Like I don't even get a full bottle for the day. So whatever I get, I just put it in the bottle with the formula and give it to her. She's 4 months yesterday, and with the lighter bottle, the longer lighter bottle, she can hold it herself. The other one's kind of awkward. She can't really hold that one. So with the nursing thing, I'm hoping, I mean, if I could get more out, I would just keep giving it to her. Because, you know, like, half of me feels like, you know, what do they make that formula out of? It's like, it's got shit in there, palm oil and crap. And then the other half of me is like, well, you know, I had it. Like, my mother's diet was like, seriously, black coffee, cigarettes. And I'm pretty sure that I know she gave me formula. She didn't breastfeed me, and you know, look how good I turned out. But you know, I would have rather her just be on breast milk. But I feel like it shouldn't be as hard as it is. You know, I mean, like animals do it and they don't seem to have trouble, but it's just not easy. Like. Not easy for me at all. And she lost a lot of weight in the hospital. She was born at 7 pounds 13 ounces, and when she came home she was 7 pounds 2 ounces. And I was just like, you know what, she's got to eat. I need to know that she's getting something. So anyhow, Priscilla, is the Capricorn pretending to be Eddie to spy? No, I don't think so. But I do think that the Capricorn holds himself back. I think that he thinks about doing things and then like he stops himself. Anna, do you mean that he's lazy about working on us or our relationship because he is a hardworking man? He focuses. Yeah, I feel like he's at this point. I feel like he's lazy about working on things because he's not here. I think he would be much different if he was here, but because he's so far away, he's like, well, what am I going to do now? You know, I don't know how much time he actually has to use the telephone from day to day. So I feel like his attitude is kind of like, well, what am I going to do? I can't see her now anyway. Well, you know, don't really have time to talk to her. So he just sort of takes the easy way out. Like, I think that for anybody, right, it's always better to receive a text message, even if you can't have a conversation. At least you feel like, you know, somebody's still thinking about you. But he seems to go the opposite, almost like he's punishing himself, though. You know, like, well, I can't be with her right now anyway, so what's the point? When meanwhile, it's like there still is a point because you still could be in some communication. You know, even if he sent you a text message and you answered him and then he couldn't answer you back for a couple of days, there's still communication there. You know what I mean? I think he looks at it different.
Someone who's been charged with burglary, get off scot-free. That's the kind of stuff where you begin to
Well, I think that right now, yeah, he is focused on his work, but I think that he really wants to come home. I don't think I think that he doesn't want to be there anymore. I think he would like to be home.
Best known as Obamagate. Well, I'll tell you, many questions tonight need answering. Why did Obama know about Flynn's call with Kislyak?
Sand. Will Antonio come back to me?
Why didn't he tell the incoming president about those specific concerns? Why did Susan Rice write that memo to the file? We noted at the time this weird memo written at noon on Inauguration Day, the last possible second, saying that
You got 33% chance Antonio's coming back. That could also mean that it's a way off. You know, it may just be, it may take time.
another motivation is at play as well. One word, legacy.
Moniz, if I buy the furniture from the girl, will I get what I paid for? Why is the Pisces wanting to see me now? Okay, let's see. If I buy the furniture from the girl, will I get what I paid for?
Pretty much handled as a company mistake. The only time, in fact, he's seen what the old Obama was in 2018 when he did
70% chance, yes, you're going to get what you pay for. Let's see. Why does the Pisces want to see me now? Did he come in out of the blue? This is somebody coming in out of the blue. And here he is, the Pisces. He may come in with an offer that you can't refuse. Oh boy. Well, just be careful because there's a lot of pentacles coming up here. So I don't know if this person is looking for money. I mean, it also could be that he has money. Like he's coming back now because he has money. But just be careful that if you see him, if you decide to see him, he's not looking for money. That would be the only thing that I would say. Somebody from your past comes back. Somebody who betrayed you from your past comes back. And he wants to reconnect. It doesn't, there's 3 of Cups is in reverse, which would mean that somebody here is still involved with somebody else. So just, you know, be careful. If you get involved, there could be somebody else around him still. If there's somebody else around you and you're the center of the love triangle, you know, I'm okay with that. As long as you know what's going on. Yeah, this guy's, he's going to want to, he's going to want to get back. Okay, Moniz, what is going to happen with my employer? You've got good luck and success around it. So you maybe have got more power than you think. And your life is moving forward quickly. So it could mean a couple of things with cards like this. It could mean that your current employer, for whatever reason, can't take you back and your life moves on and you're very successful elsewhere. Or this could be, if you really want to go back to where you were, that you get your wish and you go back to where you were and things move on there. But either way, with these cards, you're taken care of with a job. I don't think that you're going to be out of a job. You should be, and you should be successful and prosperous wherever it is that you're going, whether it's to the old place or the new place. I think you go back to the old place. But I think that all of us are coming to, you know, especially with the full moon that we just had, like endings. Things that weren't working are ending. And you know how sometimes you may know that something isn't working, but you still kind of putting energy into it? This is the kind of thing where it's like, I almost feel like a sickle is coming down and cutting out things that no longer belong. So you may not have a choice, not you, but us in general, may not have a choice where we may not be going back to things that don't align with us, who we are as people, you know, emotionally, spiritually. Like, for example, somebody, who was telling me? Oh yeah, okay. It was Avery's dad and we were talking once about he worked for somebody who was really unethical, really unethical. Um, he was a mechanic, and he wanted him to take. It was an older man came in and said, um, he whatever work, I don't know what needed to be done, but it was like serious work needed to be done on his car. And the owner of the place said to him, I want you to take off the parts, take them out back and spray them and put the old parts back in. And he was like, I can't do that, it's dangerous, you know. And the owner was like, I don't care. And it was an older man who was planning on taking his grandchildren on a road trip, and he was like, he quit. He was like, I can't do that. I have little kids, and I wouldn't want that done. You know, he's like, I couldn't do it. It's just not ethical. So those kind of things, I think, are going to be removed. Whether, like, even if you couldn't make that decision, I think that, like, the universe is making the decision. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but that's side note. Priscilla, what are the Capricorn's intentions and feelings? Yeah, things that aren't aligning are supposed to be going away. Okay. His feelings are, well, he's got there's betrayal around this situation. I don't know if he's betrayed you or somebody's betrayed him, but there's betrayal over here. His intentions are, he's looking, he wants to be happy, but I don't know that he knows how to get there. I don't know if this guy here is involved with somebody else. There's a third party here. And he's holding himself back. I don't know if right now he can move forward because this third party seems to have their a little bit of control. I think this Capricorn may be involved with somebody else, and I don't know what his intentions are. I don't think that he's going to do anything right now. You may have to pursue him a little bit if you want to get back with him. Either that, or if he is in this relationship with the Three of Cups in reverse, it may be crumbling around this time because things that aren't working are going to start to crumble. So if he's in a situation where somebody is being overly controlling, it may break. I'm not seeing it breaking just yet, but it might break. Anna. When he said he loves me, he was genuinely saying that. His last message left was that. I think he was genuine. Let's see. Yeah, he was genuine. He's genuine. He doesn't come off as much of a liar. He comes off as sometimes taking the easy way out, sometimes being a little bit of a victim in his own situation or a victim of his own decisions. But he doesn't really come off as like a liar. Brianna, when will my job begin and how long will I work there? Your job can begin sometime this summer. 9 of Clubs. It could be sometime this summer or even in the month of September. And you could possibly work there for between 3 months to 3 years, I would say. I mean, that's kind of a long time, but 3 of Clubs. So it also could be, if it's a summer job, it might just be for the summer. It depends what it is you're going for. If you're looking for just a summer job, 3 months, that would make sense. If this is something that you're starting in the summertime and you're looking for long term, you could be there for like 3 years. Allison, will karma be on my side with my ex-AT? I can't read karma. There's too much that goes into karma. We don't give out karma. You know, like what I'm saying, like, if I do something nasty to the guy next door, that doesn't mean he does something nasty back to me and I get it back. I mean, he could, but karma doesn't really work like that. So I can't read somebody else's karma. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. Like that's the powers that be that do that. Like you could do something shitty today and not pay for it for another 50 years. So if you want to ask a different question, send it with purple hearts. Priscilla. Right, I don't see the question yet. So let me do new chapter. Will I get to see George tonight? You should see him tonight. He's got every intention to see you, and you have the judgment card here. So yeah, I think so.
He wouldn't be so hypocritical because he wouldn't have announced on national TV when he was president that there was no way in his view that
I'm looking for one for Priscilla. There we go. Is the Capricorn going to pursue me when I get a divorce? I'm the third party. My marriage was toxic. When I met the Capricorn, he was a friend, and I started to get feelings. All right, is he going to pursue me? Okay. I'm not getting that he's coming in pursuit. I think you're gonna have to at least open the door. You might just have to at least get the door open, because it's not showing that he's doing that. Allison, what's gonna happen with AT and me during the retrograde? You may have an argument. You got the 5 of Swords, and you also have a weakness being exposed in that relationship. There's definitely going to be an argument. 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Yeah. It may be an argument over something you've already argued about. Rehashing old crap. Anna, what's he love most about me, and what does he hate? I don't think he hates anything about you. I think he loves that you're kind. I think that it comes out very strong that you're kind, sincere, and caring. Loving, strong. Lovers is here. Well-grounded. I don't think he hates anything about you. If anything, I think he thinks that you're too good for him. I think you're too good for him, but that's just my opinion. Anjali, reading for this month. Prepared. Oh, you got a lot going on here. Okay. Feeling prepared to move forward. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a soulmate relationship coming in. It could be with a Gemini, but it's a soulmate relationship, union of the souls. It's very well grounded. There could be learning a new skill or an apprenticeship or doing something here that would be for your career in the future, and it would be something that would pay off really well with the Sun. You could be spending time cleaning your home, redecorating your home, moving home, something significant around the home. Life is moving forward quickly. If a Gemini doesn't come in, you have a couple of other people around you too. You have an Aries, you have a Cancer. Reconnecting with your own spirituality this month and feeling like you're being taken care of by the powers that be. The powers that be put you at the right place at the right time. Anna, why has he stopped telepathically talking to me? He's feeling weak and burdened. Yeah, he's feeling disconnected. He's his own worst enemy at times. I mean, everybody is, but he really makes himself into like victimizes himself in the situation. New chapter. How will the retrograde affect me and George? When is it happening? I forget the exact dates. I think it's the end of June. And it's going to be Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, I think. There's a lot that's going on at the same time. It could slow down your relationship a little bit, but you have the Wheel of Fortune around you. So if it slows you down, it's only going to be temporary. It won't be for long. Use your intuition under the retrograde. You may be feeling a little bit burdened, and he may be acting a little bit controlling. I would try not to overreact to anything with the retrograde. Because remember, anything that happens under Mercury retrograde should get reversed once Mercury goes direct, unless it's not the first time it happened. So if you break up under Mercury retrograde, but you've never broken up before, you get back together. If you break up under Mercury retrograde, but you've already broken up in the past, it could end it for good. And especially with Venus, because we got Venus going retro too. Allison, who's going to be the aggressor, me or AT? I mean, you both look a little bit guilty, but you more so than her, but she can be pretty aggressive herself. Josette, how is Dre feeling about us right now? Like you're in a standstill, stuck. Yeah, uprooted, ungrounded, and stuck. And Adriana, what is he thinking regarding me? Sometimes I feel he remembers me occasionally. Yeah, I think he does. He thinks that you're highly intuitive. He also thinks that you're very smart, hardworking, capable, what's the word that I'm looking for? Slow and steady wins the race, but that you're capable of achieving a lot in the future, like you have long-term potential. He also feels that you have a lot of choices around you, and that you got the sun. He thinks that you're very happy. Adriana, when will I forget him? I don't think that you ever forget. I think it kind of fades a little bit, but there are times where, like, after enough time and space, things change. And when you're living it in the moment, it feels like it's never going to change. But it kind of changes a little bit every day. And then one day you turn around and you're like, you don't feel the same, but you're always going to remember. You don't ever forget. And it looks like he may be somebody that's kind of like a little devil, and he kind of like resurfaces a lot in your memory over the years. I don't think you ever forget him. You know, it's like people that come into our lives, it's like the craziest thing. When I was 5, right? No, I was younger than that. I moved when I was 5. I had a friend that lived around the corner, and the only thing that I can remember is because my mom and her mom were pregnant at the same time. That's, I guess, how they became friends. She was born, I think, in the middle or the end of January, and I was born in March. So we were the same age. And her name was Patricia. And I was friends with her until I was 5. We went to nursery school together. She used to come over a lot. She had an older brother. They had a swimming pool, so sometimes in the summer I would go over there. But I haven't seen her since I'm 5. And when we both moved. Both of our families moved at the same time. We were maybe a half hour away from one another. There was no reason why we couldn't continue to be friends, but my mother just didn't put effort into stuff like that. So I never saw her again. She runs through my mind all the time. I even years ago looked her up and sent a letter to her, and I never heard from her. I mean, it was a really long time ago, but I never heard back from her. But, you know, just curious to see what happened to her, you know. But people, you know, I don't think you forget anybody, or, you know, there are just significant people in your life that you just don't forget. Anna, do I empower him to be better, or extinguish what's not good between us? Or him alone? Can you explain it? Wait a second. Do I empower him to be better, or extinguish what's not good? All right. Yes, you do empower him to be better, and he doesn't even realize it. And that would kind of lessen whatever is not good between, you know, it would help with your relationship, because he wouldn't have the negative as much as the positive. So I learned this in yoga teacher training. One thing that they said to us is to be very careful with who you spend your time with, because you become the 5 people that you're closest to, or that you spend the most time with. So if you spend your time with 5 people that are, you know, eating right, exercising, go to yoga every day, that's what you're going to do. If you spend your time with 5 people, the most time with 5 people that are like drinking, spending money, gambling, that's what you're going to do. So they used to say to be very careful with who you spend your time with, because you become those people. So negative people you'll become more negative. And we spoke about this the other night when I was talking about one of my friends who was always very negative, and that I can't even be friends with him anymore. You become who you're around. So when he's around you, you bring out what's good in him, which kind of lessens the, you know, the other things. And then what's good between you grows more because both of you are together. Yeah, it's very interesting how that works. I never would have thought of that, you know, unless somebody pointed it out to me. Yeah, so he's a better person when he's with you, because you bring out better in him. If he's alone, or if he's around people that are of like have shittier hobbies or whatever, you know, then they kind of bring him down. So that's why they say be careful who you keep company with. Anna, was in August, was we in Mercury retrograde period? I can't remember if, let me look it up.
And others were frustrated with the CDC's antiquated system for tracking virus data, which they worried was inflating some statistics, such as mortality rate and case count, by as much as 25%. Brooks reportedly said there's nothing from the CDC.
All right, here's the calendar.
That's really encouraging. After weeks of studying the CDC.
All right, Mercury retrogrades for 2019.
Which they admitted to on this show a couple weeks ago, to the show and text back and forth with us. So why are we trusting them to count COVID deaths? This isn't some philosophical concern either. Bad data, as we've shown you.
The shadow period was from, no, it was retrograde from July 7th. And then it went direct on August 1st. No, so not late August. The beginning of August it turned direct. But when Mercury goes retrograde, it screws up communication and travel. So it would be the kind of thing where that you could lose your telephone, you could lose your suitcase if you go traveling, your plane could get delayed, you could lose your boarding pass, that kind of stuff. Computers go down. I don't think, being that it turned direct on August 1st, it was still somewhat in a shadow period for a little while, but not that late, not until the 26th. I don't think that it really affected your relationship too much. It does look like you and him are going to reconnect. Yeah, August 12th to 26th would be too late, I think, for it to affect you that big of a deal. It went direct on the 1st. You're going to reconnect. Mercury retrograde could bring him back, so he could come back under Mercury retrograde. That happens. Mercury retrograde tends to bring back people from the past. Adriana, when I go to his city, he always asks me to take some stuff for the office for him. Was that on purpose to see me? It's kind of. It comes out both, like 50-50. Oh my God, Anna, I was telling my friends about you. Well, I told my friend Rachel, we went out for a walk the other day, how nice you are. And I was telling my other friend Boris about you, that you're such a nice lady. Like, you remind me of like somebody who's just like a really nice person. Like, always does the right thing, tries to do good by people. You seem to have a genuinely good soul. You know, like, you're just a nice person. New chapter, how will Mercury retrograde affect George and Catherine? Okay, let's see. Oh, they're going to hit a slowdown too. Their relationship slows down. Or it could even reverse. It could be a little bit ungrounded. Not feeling like they got good luck on their side. Somebody may think of leaving. The thing is that we don't want someone to leave unless somebody's already left before. Otherwise, it would undo it when Mercury goes direct. But somebody may be thinking about leaving. I don't know. Do you know if they ever had a breakup before? If they had a breakup before, at some other point, they could end up breaking up under Mercury retrograde. That would be for good then this time. But I don't know if that's happened yet. Neither one of them comes off as too thrilled with this relationship. Allison, will the breakup for good within the next 6 months? Okay. I don't know that they break up for good in the next 6 months, but somebody gets really stabbed in the back. They may be starting to unravel in the next 6 months, but I'm not so sure that they break up for good. Queen. Was the ball of light I saw fly out of my maternal grandma's cupboard about a decade ago a spirit or an optical illusion? Was it the spirit of my recently deceased aunt? All right, let's see. Was it a spirit?
For the same hours at the same time. Support. Lieutenant Governor came, Representative Ronald Carter came, Mike Kinsley came, UT Representative, State Senator Johnson, local sheriffs, Joe. They all showed up. It was amazing.
I don't think it was a spirit. I didn't get any aces. No, I'm gonna have to go with it was an optical illusion that time.
What anyone who's run or worked in a restaurant knows, you can't survive on 45% fit. Most people can't survive on 70% octane.
And was my dad really bitter and hateful of me, and why? I don't believe that. No. He was not bitter and hateful of you. No. He maybe did not know how to express his emotions. He may have moments where he was undecided, or he didn't know what he was doing, or he was kind of all over the place. But he was not hateful of you. No. I think a lot of times people just don't know how to express themselves. Really. Like, people don't know how to express themselves. Allison. Have they not broken up because that's what I want? I feel like the universe knows, so it won't let it happen. As soon as I stop wanting it or caring, it'll happen. Well, that's the law of attraction, yes. Because when you're holding something with too much focus, yeah, then, right, that's what happens. But, you know, it's like everything always comes back. In all these situations, you always got to come back to checking your motives. What is motivating you? Do you want them to break up because you're honestly in love with one of the people? Do you want them to break up just because maybe you're not happy, so you don't want them to be happy? These are human emotions. We feel like that sometimes. It's okay. But if you bring it back to why it is that you want them to break up, and you can kind of understand where you're coming from, that's the emotion that's going out into the universe. So that's what you always want to check. Like if you have jealousy for someone, like if I'm jealous of the next door neighbor because, I don't know, she's got more money than me, that kind of jealousy, right, that negative emotion goes out and it affects me. So you have to figure out what is the underlying cause. Why is it that you want them to break up? And that's going to tell you a lot about why you're in a holding pattern. A law of attraction it's always like, it's how many times it's happened to everyone where you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for Joe to call. He never calls. A year goes by. Finally, Tom shows up. You go out with Tom and Joe calls. It always happens. That's the law of attraction. Once you forget about something, that's when it shows up. Why is it like that? Because life sucks. But it's true. You know, my friend Lori, the one I always post her videos on my channel, she says it's because we live in a fallen world, and that's why things are, you know, can be difficult, and there are evil things in this world, and there are, you know, we're not perfect. None of us are. Nobody's perfect. But if you get down to the root of why you want something to happen, then that's the emotion that you're putting out into the universe. These people are just players, you know, like everything comes back to ourselves. We're controlling it. They're only players in our movie. They're only representing to us what's going on inside of us. And yeah, it can be very difficult, especially when it comes to, I think the hardest part of it is when one person is trying to do the right thing, or trying to work on themselves, or trying to be better person for whatever. And then it's like seeing other people around them acting at a lower vibration, and feeling like, well, everything is working for them. You know, like I had a friend of mine who, she used to get so mad. She used to see this therapist. The therapist was always telling her, well, now it's time for you to work on yourself. And she would be like, I've been working on myself for the last 20 years. I want everyone else to start working on themselves. But it's true, yeah. That is true, because that's law of attraction. When you're holding something, right, you're holding the energy. When you forget about it and you let go of it, that's when it, yeah, that's 100% true. So annoying. But once again, everything always comes back to us with the why part. Why is it that like, why is it that I want them to break up? Why is it that I'm in love with this person? What are they represented in my life? Then when you can break down all those things, it makes a little bit more sense. And then you can kind of understand with the emotions and the feelings that you're putting out into the universe, why you're getting what you're getting back. Alicia, what's happening between Justin and Christina? It doesn't look like too much. It does look like they talk, but it looks like they have a lot of hits and misses. So it's like 9 of Wands in reverse is like feeling like they've gotten nowhere. But then somebody's persevering. And then somebody comes in out of the blue, 8 of Wands in reverse, it's gone nowhere. It's like it kind of fell off the cliff. And then it's like unbalanced. But then somebody's not holding themselves back anymore. They're a little bit more available. And then the last card is coming out of the blue. So out of the blue, Knight of Swords, they can be talking again. Doesn't look like a love connection here. It looks like a lot of communication, or a little bit of communication over a long period of time. That's like in and out, in and out. Like they may talk to each other every day for a week and then not speak for 10 days. That sort of thing. Josette, he texted me. I texted him an hour ago and no reply. Okay. He's going to answer you. Yeah, you got the sun around you and you have the Chariot, which is forward movement. You should be hearing from him.
You look great. I feel good. I'm ready to escape though. Ready to get out. Ready to get out. Basic communications don't work. Your gestures.
Well, this is funny. When I was young, really, really young, I was very like religious. Like I believed in God and everything. And I'm going to say probably for like the last, I don't know, 20 years, I'm just like, I don't know if I believe in God, and it was just not my thing. And then recently, like I'm trying to have more faith. I don't know. I'm just trying, like with energy shifts and things changing, I'm trying to have more faith in God. So while I was driving Avery to the doctor out loud, I was just like saying, dear Jesus, this is what I want, right? Putting it out. And I'm like, and it would be really great if you could give me a sign. And that was like 1 o'clock. And then I don't really go much on Facebook, but I went on Facebook, and Lori, the one that I always put her videos on my page, I'm not even kidding. If you go on her Facebook page, it's Light Insights is the name of her Facebook page. It's a billboard sign, and it says, if you were looking for your sign, here it is, from God. And I was laughing. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you don't understand. Just a couple of hours ago, I said it out loud. If anybody was in the car with me, they would have, but it was only her. And I was like, listen, if you could just give me a sign, that would be great. I really admire people that have faith, because I used to have a lot of faith when I was younger, and I just lost it. As the older I got, I lost it. And I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm reading that book by the My Pillow guy, because he was like a crack addict, and his book, the reason he says in the commercial I saw, it says, with God all things are possible, and he was dedicating the book to all people that are looking for hope. And I'm like, well, that's me. So I downloaded the book. It's really good. I just got up to the part now where he's like playing around with like making the pillow, but he's had one hell of a life. So I'm very curious to see how this book ends, because I know that he's very religious and he really believes in God, and I need some faith right now. Anyway, I feel like the last 20 years I've needed faith. So I'm looking for it in that book. Elizabeth, why didn't A talk to me when I was sick? I don't know. There's a tower moment. I don't know if it was around you because you were sick, or they didn't, or if it was around them. But there was a tower moment here. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They were feeling unlucky, or Ace of Wands is in reverse. All right, I don't know if they had the tower moment or if you were in the middle of the tower moment, but they may have felt like they didn't want to bother you. I know that may sound like a cop-out, but I have to tell you that I do that. Like, I had a good friend of mine that had to have brain surgery about 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't call her after the surgery because I just wanted her to recover. And I felt like so many people were going to be calling her that I didn't want to, be added to it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just wait, and I'll hear it from somebody else. I'll talk to somebody else. And then she was like, how come you didn't call me? And I said, I didn't want to bother you. And she was like, I knew you didn't want to bother me. But that's how I am. Like, I don't want to be, some people, right? Like, they have to be front and center. And sometimes I feel like those people are doing it more because they want to say that they were there. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, I felt like for me, I knew she was sick. And when she was able to, she would contact me. So this person may have felt that way about you. I'm only bringing that up because if it were me, I probably wouldn't have bothered you either. Otherwise, if that's not true, they were having a tower moment around them. Kim D. Should I believe what I think my dreams are telling me? %70 chance yes, and you should be feeling a little bit of relief and a lot less burdened by your dreams.
Provide one-on-one essential home care services for our senior loved ones. At Visiting Angels, personal home care is our passion. We're here.
Susie, does he want it to be over? I don't think so.
It's a laugh, a smile, something to share. It's precious moments. Dreams come true. It's all included, all unlimited, so you can feel like a family again. Climate Beaches will save up to 65%. Don't do it.
No, I don't think he wants it to be over. No.
Somewhere along the way, Western boots got too expensive.
Adriana, what's going to happen between us?
High quality boots for a fair price. Find your pair at skipbthe.com. Each year, Americans waste over $21 billion.
First card that comes up around you is the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children when that card shows up. Things could take off with you and him quickly. And it could lead to a balanced, patient, and a serene relationship. New chapter. Does he want to be with me? What are his thoughts? He does want to be with you. He feels that you're balanced. He feels like your relationship can move forward nicely. He feels very passionately about you. Priscilla. What's happening over there, guy? You need something? What do you need? Water? Let me get him some water. Oi! Alright, hang on. I'll get you some water.
So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again. With Michael, one touch of the button can get you help.
You get a little bit of water, buddy? It's okay. It's okay. Priscilla, will the new job or the new love come first? Okay, new job or new love? What comes first? I think your new love comes first. Queen, was the perfume I smelled as I was waking up at my maternal grandmother's house a spirit or not? I think that was the spirit. It was a spirit. Yes, I do think that it could have been your aunt. Yeah. They say that spirits come very, smells are very strongly associated with spirits. Yeah. Adriana, who wants to be with me? You got an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a Taurus. You have a fire sign, a Libra, Sagittarius, and Aries. So either you have a fire sign, a Taurus, and you also have an air sign. Adriana, is he a serial killer? I dreamt that he was and he kidnapped me. Oh my God, I hope not. No, I don't think so. No. Being kidnapped, though, that dream probably has something to do more with like feeling stuck or feeling like you're held captive rather than so much than actually being, held captive. ZT. ZT. All right, let me do Adriana so I don't lose my spot. What's the new chapter in my life? You could really pick up the art of manifesting and your intuition may be really spot on. That may be a new thing. Heightened intuition and increased possibilities or probabilities in manifesting, like turning a corner with that kind of stuff. Being prepared to do so. I don't know, some people can like manifest really, really quickly, and you may pick up that art. Some things I find are easy to do, some things I find to be difficult, but I feel like I get in my own way a lot. You may turn a corner with that kind of stuff coming up. ZT, worked really hard to cut my toxic attachment to Anis, no communication. I plan to keep it that way. But my intuition out of nowhere is telling me that he will contact me and we will fight. Can we see what's up? Yes. There's a different set of rules for different people. If you criticize a black person who's more liberal, you're racist. Whereas if you can do whatever to me or to Ben Carson, and that's fine because I do think he's going to contact you. Yeah. You know what? He's going to contact you and you are going to have a fight. And somebody here is going to feel like they've been stabbed in the back and the other person's going to pull away. I think it's you that pulls away because I think that you do want to put this behind you. But I think he does come back. Yeah. You know, I think that you've done the right thing, though, by trying to cut the ties.
So Biden has probably would prefer this whole incident not be looked at, but unfortunately, our film will be aired next Monday on PBS, so people have a chance to look at it.
You know, I had a chance to watch it, and let me just say, Michael, thank you for doing this film. It's important to hear Justice Thomas's own words. My grandfather's son was his book.
Empress Daisy, what are Tristan's intentions with me?
But this is like the.
What are Tristan's intentions?
By the way, I want to play this. This is what I said about the people who tried to destroy it. Watch.
We know exactly what's going on here. I can't pretend that it's for some other reason stuff. Do I have like
I'm not seeing any serious love cards here, but it looks like he wants to give it a shot. So he may not be feeling like head over heels in love, but he's got some intent, like the sun is here. He sees happiness. He may feel like the timing right now is not there because judgment is in reverse. But he feels like, I don't know if you knew him from the past. If not, you have somebody from your past coming back. But that could be a side note. He feels like things can move forward quickly. He feels prepared. Oh, excuse me. He feels like the relationship could be well-grounded, but he's not sure that that's what he wants. So he's kind of like testing it out. I think there's more to come. I think he's going to want to spend time with you. I think communication is going to pick up, and then we'll take it from there. I don't think he knows exactly what he wants just yet, but he's trying to figure it out. Susie, when will I hear from him next? Within the next 7 days, you should hear from him. Beautiful Aries. What did G think about the time we spent together today? Good. Very good. 10 of Pentacles is promising, and so is the 2 of Cups. He enjoyed the time. Anna, what is on Jay's mind tonight? When we do talk, will we argue at first, or will it be a peaceful conversation? When you first talk, it's going to be peaceful in the beginning. You may get into it a little bit, and then it gets peaceful again. It looks like on his mind tonight, he feels like, well, he's feeling like he's got to make a choice. He's got to figure out his life. He's feeling like he's kind of contemplating, you know, what he's going to do here. He's very intuitive, but yet he doesn't always listen to his intuition. He's got the 2 of Cups here around the 2 of you. So he thinks about you a lot. He wants to, he wants the relationship to work, or he wants to come back. He wants things to move forward, but yet he's not doing anything about it just yet. You know, it's a shame. If he could just pick up the phone and, you know, make some kind of contact, you guys would be, at least that you would have something to go on. It wouldn't be so painful. Hopefully he reaches out to you soon. ZT. I've told a few people, excuse me, about our affair. I'm scared someone told him. Is it regarding this and he will contact me, or actually smooth things out? Okay. Is he going to contact you? All right, let's see.
It's time to start using phone now. Maximum screen phone email
He may contact you because of that reason, yeah. But he's also going to try to smooth things out, I think. He may come in because somebody mentions the affair, or he may not come clean about it, though. He may deny it or say that it really wasn't that, or he may make light of it. But I think that in the process of him calling you to confront you about that, I think he is going to try to smooth things over with you.
Protect is available while supplies last, but it's going fast. So protect yourself now at drbright.com. That's drbrite.com.
All learning and be creative with us to improve the way people live. But there's so much more than that. We have all the furniture and accessories you need to create a productive workspace in your office.
All right, Sandy, is there any job opportunities coming towards me?
Fast shipping, free delivery, and simple setup. So you're ready for business wherever you work. Upgrade your workspace today, and for a limited time, get 10% off at berry.com. We've always said love is all you need.
Yes, you have 2 job opportunities coming soon.
Is all that matters.
You may have a choice between at least 2 coming soon. Rara. Oh, where's that look? Okay, is it my ex that I'm going to end up marrying because of my karmic destiny? I really don't want to be with him. I don't think you have to be with him if you don't want to be with him. Let's see. No, I don't think that you're going to be with him. I think you're going to find somebody else. I don't think you're going backwards. I think you're moving forward. Infinity. Does Josh from London remember me?
Do you want to run for president again?
Yes, he does.
Next time around, you're going to see another candidate carrying the progressive banner.
Hey, you didn't fully close the door, Senator.
Very, very unlikely that I will be running for president.
Sweet Pea, how will my dad feel about me moving in with my boyfriend? He's not going to like it. He's going to feel like he got stabbed in the back. He's going to be very nervous and very worried about it. He's not going to be happy, but he also knows that he kind of has to let you go. He's going to be quite heartbroken. You know, that's dad. Yeah, he might take it hard. Excuse me, Dylan. Make sure that you're comfortable, okay? Oh my God, Dylan. All right, okay. You all right? You under? Watch out you don't fall. This guy. Slobo. Is my ex-boyfriend ever going to talk to me again? Yeah, soon. Maybe within the next 4 weeks.
That they are, Shannon. Good evening. The president said today if you want a coronavirus test, you can actually get one. But then White House officials immediately clarified, saying if you have symptoms that make you believe you have...
All right, why don't we cut off the super chats? And I will do the moderators. And while I wait for the moderators, I'm going to answer some people here. Afia, that I didn't get to. Overall general. Maybe reconnecting or connecting with a new spiritual practice that you get a lot out of. Feeling like you got some fun, carefree, spontaneous times ahead of you. You may be spending time with a Virgo. You may also have some choices around you. Money comes flowing in nice and steady, and feeling like you're at the right place at the right time, and a wish comes true. You're coming into a good time in your life where you're feeling very balanced. Malapale, when the water sign comes along, what will the Gemini do? Will he fight for our relationship? Is the Gemini involved with somebody else? Or is there a third party around this situation right now? Because they're showing a third party here right now. I don't know if it's you or the Gemini. It looks like
Disaster. When that mindset of what's in it for me and to heck with everybody else, when that mindset is operationalized in our government.
Criticism from the predecessor.
all right, I don't know if the Gemini is with somebody else.
In Pennsylvania, for example, because of that state.
But it looks like there's a third party here right now. It looks like you may be having trouble with the Gemini at the time that the water sign shows up.
All over the USA.
Because there's indecision and fights and leaving around the Gemini. But that's, I think you're having trouble with the Gemini when the water sign shows up. I think that's what happens. And I think that I don't know that you're going to be thrilled with them at that point. And you may feel like you're moving on to something that's a little bit more stable.
Tomorrow. And I want to leave you with this. You may have seen the press conference today. The president got in a bit of a dust-up again with reporters and abruptly ended his briefing today. Among the storylines, he asked one of the reporters to ask China, that reporter,
Sonia, am I on the right path spiritually? I mean, am I growing in my intuition and spirituality? What does it mean when the fool's in reverse? The fool in reverse is letting the cat out of the bag. You know, it's the kind of thing that once you let it out, you can't take it back. You know, it's like saying, I'm having an affair with my boss, and then being like, oh no, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't take it back. Or being like, yeah, I stole the money, and then being like, oh no, I didn't really steal it. You know, like, you can't, it's something, letting the cat out of the bag that can't be undone. It's not the kind of thing that you could cover up. So when the fool shows up in reverse, you got to be careful that you're not going to let something slip. Or a secret comes out and like you can't, you know, it's like, it's out. You know, it's like it's out. There's no putting it back in. Am I on the right path spiritually?
President Obama made those comments in a private phone call with thousands of former Obama administration employees.
Yeah, I think you are on the right path. I mean, look, everybody's journey is different, and everybody's journey is going to ebb and flow. Everybody. It's just life. You know, I think it's riddled with a lot of doubts. I think we constantly second guess ourselves, but you just keep going, you know? That's it. You just keep going.
Restarted production at its Tesla vehicle factory in Northern California. After filing a lawsuit against the county over the weekend for trying to prevent its reopening, he tweeted Monday, "I will be on the line with everyone else. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me." The news seemed to catch the governor by surprise.
My understanding is when I walked.
All right, we've got
That wasn't the case. Again, I'm trying to monitor.
updated love reading from Mel. Okay, let's see. Updated love reading from Mel.
In Pennsylvania, state no longer comply with Governor Tom Wolf's reopening guidelines. Prompting Wolf to threaten withholding funding from local leaders.
Oh boy, it's some nice stuff. Okay, the first, there's a fire sign around you. A Leo, Aquarius, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Moving forward, now you could be taking a course or doing something here with the Eight of Pentacles that betters your career or money-making powers in the future, which sometimes may be a timing thing when, or it could even be where you meet an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and that may feel like it's guided by the divine, and you may feel at that point like you have the world at your feet. You may spend a lot of time with this person resting and relaxing or just chilling. It may not even start off romantic. You feel like you have good fortune and all 10 cups full before the end of this year. I think that this air sign, right, there could be an air sign around you that could be significant. You may hear from that Cancer again too. It looks like the Cancer may at some point show up again before the end of the year, or before maybe towards the end of the summer. Fire sign, Cancer, and an air sign comes in. The air sign may come in though around some kind of it could be working hard at your own business already, or it could be taking a course towards your own business or towards a job. At some point, you may have to make a decision whether or not you want to be with one of these guys. There's like 3 of them here. At least there's 3. The Cancer guy, the air sign, and a fire sign. I don't think you're going backwards. I really don't. I think you're going to leave in the past what's in the past and move forward. Was there a Libra around you? I can't remember. Maybe that's the air sign. Either way, there's an air sign coming in now. If we've never seen one before, I can't remember. I know the fire sign and I know the Cancer. Brandy wants general. You could have like a bolt of intuition come out of the blue. And it could be something that's kind of profound. It also looks like you're feeling a lot less burdened by the weight of the world. You may have a creative project. You may feel like your intuition is growing very quickly. You also could have a new love coming in, a new love interest. That person may be a Cancer. No longer holding yourself back, you may go for it. Your whole life can change pretty quickly. I think you're going back to school too. You have the 8 of Pentacles here too. It doesn't have to be school. It could be a new job, but it's usually school or apprenticeship, something like that. Could also be working hard at a business. But I think the next thing that happens for you that's significant is something intuitive. Whether it's like a prophetic dream that happens or some kind of a bolt of intuition that comes. And it's going to be kind of like blow your mind a little bit. All right, let's see.
I think it's pretty obvious that some of the things that we did in our haste in this time of emergency needs some tweaks.
With the Treasury Secretary focused on making
No air sign yet, but I met someone tonight. You don't know his sign. Oh, good. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be an air sign, and that would be him. Well, good luck. Good for you. Okay, my fingers crossed. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure. I don't think I have anything special going on tomorrow. I'll probably be on tomorrow at 5 and then again at 9:30. If anything changes, I will post it in the community page. Thank you guys all. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
congressional hearings are critical to our nation's understanding of the
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.